Oh, I'm sitting here with Chef Jesse Harris, which I just found out that was your last name.
Yes.
I'm relieved that it was easy to pronounce. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's just like Chef Giordano's, Chef Jesse Harris.
Or Jesse Giordano, either one.
Do a lot of people just call you Chef?
Yeah, honestly, though, I just prefer Jesse.
Really?
Yeah.
It feels like doctor. Like, I feel like I should be calling you Chef. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it is like
I guess so.
a level of prestige, right?
Yeah.
So it feels different sitting down with you, not having a phone over your shoulder like the last time I saw you, because you were teaching us all how to like make a Giordano's pizza.
Yeah, it's an art. It is an art. It takes a minute.
Yeah, well, there's, I guess, a lot more to it than I thought, you know? Can you take me through, like, I mean, how did you have to learn and memorize all of that stuff? Like, take me through that.
Well, naturally, it's a part of the job, but this was really my first true foray into pizza, working with Giordano's. My first job I ever had was a wood-fired pizza oven, which is completely different than what we do. And I remember when I first started working, I started off actually as the general manager of the Prudential Plaza location.
I thought you looked familiar.
Yeah, I've seen you around once or twice.
Yeah.
But I saw the pizza cooks, and I was like, well, I want to do that. So I jumped in the pizza kitchen, and I tell people I related a lot to like playing guitar because they make it look so easy. And I remember when I was a young child, I saw Jimi Hendrix play guitar. I was like, well, that's what I want to do.
I can do
with
that.
my life. Yeah. And then I picked up a guitar for the first time and was like, my hands don't.
I'm gonna look
like
into
that.
culinary.
Yeah, 100%. I'll just make pizzas instead. No, going in there, it takes a minute. Your hands don't really move naturally like that to do the formation for the seal and all that. And the dough it takes a minute to know how to work with dough. So just repetition and time, and then just kind of the whole process of you have to put the right amount of margarine in there, right amount of dough. It has to be the perfect temperature. Every little step leads to the next thing.
Yeah, don't be giving away too many secrets now.
Oh, no.
There's a reason Giordano's been around for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So here's kind of a personal question for you. Did you grow up here in Chicago or around?
No, I'm originally from Indiana. I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere south of Fort Wayne, Indiana, if you're familiar with that. But immediately, as soon as I kind of had the opportunity to leave the nest, I jumped out to San Francisco. Worked out in San Francisco for about 10 years and kind of explored the culinary landscape out there, which is a little bit more prolific than Indiana, if you can imagine.
Maybe.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And then I had the opportunity to come to Chicago. And then once I got here, just kind of got caught up in the pizza culture of everything and had the opportunity to come to Giordano's. And
I mean, pizza, Giordano, Chicago, it's all like kind of hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with one being here in our building, like I can't tell you the amount of times that we have been at the Prudential Plaza.
Well, we appreciate that.
It's certainly like even when artists come by to do like interviews, when they're in Chicago, they want to have pizza. Where should we go? We're like downstairs, like go right downstairs to Giordano's. Like it's going to take a minute if you want to do the stuffed thing, it takes a minute, but
thank you for that. I whenever I was the manager down there, we used to get a lot of celebrities that would come in, and it was, middle of summertime, and it was always so exciting to get them in, and everybody,
Anybody super memorable?
Bruno Mars came in.
What?
And it was really fun. It was a super busy day, and I had this guy come up and tap me on the shoulder. We were like on a 3-hour wait, in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he comes up and he goes, I'm Bruno Mars's manager. He goes, he's in the lobby right now. Can we get a table? And I'm like, what? There's no. And I turn and look, and sure enough, there's a guy sitting there with sunglasses, hoodie up, short little.
Yeah,
and I was
like gold lame.
Yeah, I was like, that's Bruno Mars. Okay, yeah, just follow me over here.
Man.
So
isn't it hard too, like when someone like that comes through the door, that like, because you can't really like nerd out and be like, oh my god, can I take a selfie? Like we're all trying to be like professional.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing too, we're on a big wait, and so it's also kind of like, just follow me this way, and I'll get you a table, kind of thing. Right. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Everybody else in line is going to be like, it's Bruno Mars. He's on a tighter schedule.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if Bruno Mars is going to cut in line, or if anybody's going to cut in line in front of me, it may as
Bruno Mars.
May as well be Bruno Mars. Yeah.
But for his size, he puts away a lot of pizza, I'll say.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was impressive.
You know what? He works it off though on stage. I mean, he's got some pretty sweet dance moves, so I kind of get that. Maybe he's just like, what do they call it? Like when you're a jogger, like carb loading.
Oh yeah, the carbo loading.
Carbo loading. Yeah. I'm not a runner. I don't know. I just eat them.
Yeah, unless there's an ice cream truck or something. That's what
right, exactly. So how long have you been at Giordano's?
I've personally been at Giordano's now for about 12 years.
Oh snap! That's a long time.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the current CEO, I worked with him when I was out in San Francisco. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of had like a foot in the door.
Yeah, a little foot in the door. We're familiar with each other, and work very well together. So,
but you've worked at other restaurants before this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? is about Giordano is that they've been able to be last 50 years, a long time in the restaurant business.
It is, especially in this city, especially
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, what do you think attributes to that?
I think it's a number of factors. One, the quality,
really good food.
Yeah, one the pizza is just awesome. Number one. We have such a nostalgic pull in this city. We're the place that people used to go to after Little League games and have birthday parties and celebrations. We're very much event-based dining. Our pizza takes a hot minute in the oven. It's no secret. So we don't get a lot of people that stop in and get a deep dish pizza on the fly. It's a plan. We're going to go to Giordano's and we're going to, drink some beverages, some frosty beverages, and eat some pizza and everything we need to do to celebrate. There's that piece of it, and then it's the spread that we have throughout the Chicagoland area just offers the familiarity of just being able to get good pizza everywhere.
Yeah, I will say I spent several Valentine's days in a row at the one on Dempster in Morton Grove.
Oh yeah.
And I remember probably at like year 4 or 5 that my friends were like, "You guys are going to Giordano's again," and I'm just like, "It's at the end of the block, and we really like it, and that's just kind of our thing." Like,
it's a beautiful restaurant too.
Yeah,
it's a big restaurant.
It's a good way to spend Valentine's Day.
Did you guys get the heart-shaped pizza for Okay,
yeah,
good. You have to get the heart-shaped.
Yeah, because then I have to take pictures of it, and that's totally me. So yeah,
if you call ahead of time too, we can write little messages on them.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not with that guy no more, so thanks for the pizzas. But I mean, 50 years is a big deal.
Yeah.
And certainly, like you said, in a town like this. So you guys have been doing a big old celebration so far. We're just kind of
we're
lifting off.
Yeah, we're just lifting off. So every Tuesday until the 28th of May, all pizzas are 50% off. Dine-in.
Bonus.
Yeah. That's amazing. So you can, a lot of people tend to get the familiar pizzas, stuff they're familiar with, sausage, pepperoni. We have a litany of other stuff as well, too, that, with the 50% off, you can kind of dabble and maybe get something that you're not as familiar with.
Tell me something I'm unfamiliar with.
So we have we have a thin spinach artichoke feta pizza.
Really?
Which, it's not as familiar as your sausage, pepperoni, all that fun stuff. But the flavor profile between the lemon vinaigrette on it and the salty feta, the spinach, we use nothing but fresh spinach on our pizzas, so you get that nice iron minerally spinachy veggie thing on it.
Is it still the red sauce?
No, it's our lemon vinaigrette. We use a lemon vinaigrette on the bottom of it.
Okay.
So it's really nice and light and balanced, Do
you guys do any like white sauce pizzas?
We do. We have one of the sections of the menu, we have Parmesan crusted pizza, which is actually one of my favorite pies we have. It's a little salty, but it's great bar food. It makes you want to drink like a ton of beer. It's awesome. Okay. But it's a spinach roasted mushroom and Alfredo pizza.
Amazing.
Oh, it's really good. It's really garlicky, really creamy, and it's got the spinach kind of offset and cut through the richness of it. It's good pie.
That's like my go-to like frozen pizza is like like an Alfredo like mushroom spinach. It's that whole thing.
There you go.
I didn't know you all had one.
Oh yeah.
Can we get one of those from downstairs? Amazing.
Of course.
Amazing.
Yeah. You got a guy.
I know.
Yeah,
I know the chef over there. That's
exactly.
amazing. Here's something that growing up here and knowing all these different Giordano's locations, I didn't know that there was actually a Mama Giordano.
Yeah.
That was just like I don't know.
Yeah, it was Efren and Joseph's mom. Yeah, they're from Torino, Italy. They went to Argentina during World War II and then moved up to Chicago from Argentina.
Wow.
Yeah, and then in '74 they started Giordano's. They saw the landscape of the pizza culture in Chicago and kind of meshed that with, it's called a torta, which is like an Easter pie. It's really nothing like a pizza at the end of the day, but it's a flaky pie crust, and they fill it with absolutely anything and everything they get their hands on. So it's like got eggs and pasta and cheese and meats. And it's a celebration of spring, essentially, at the end of the day.
Okay.
They kind of took that mindset with the Chicago deep dish pizza and you have stuffed pizza.
So hold on. Let's go back to the torta part of it. Is it like a big thick?
Yeah, it's a big thick pie with like pastry crust, and it's
like a pot pie, but with
like a pot
stuff.
Pie with absolutely everything they had.
Wow. Okay. So they just got here and they were like, okay, this town loves pizza. Let's give them something they've never seen before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of the deep dish is, and deep dish is, I equate it a lot to like barbecue, because, barbecue is very, very, different depending on where you go in the country. So like if you go to Texas, and you have barbecue, it's mainly beef. You're going to get a lot of brisket, a lot of beef ribs. They have pork and stuff there, but their rubs are mostly just salt and pepper.
I was going to say that it's sauce or it's a dry rub.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, you go to Memphis, you're going to get more of your pulled pork, and then you're going to get kind of the sweeter, thicker sauces. And then you go to Carolina, they do whole hog barbecue there. And depending where you're at, it's either vinegar sauce or mustard-based sauce, but at the end of the day, it's all barbecue.
What's Kansas City got?
Yeah, Kansas City has the ribs.
I'm like, that's where I'm going this weekend.
Oh, you're going to Kansas City this week?
Like,
get some
ribs.
Be
some barbecue.
Yeah, you get it. Let me know how the pizza is down there. I haven't just checked out the pizza scene.
Listen, I'm afraid to try pizza in other cities. Like, you've spent time in California?
Yeah.
I've had some terrible pizza in California where I'm like, I should not have done that.
There's good pizza. You gotta hit. It's hit and miss though. In San Francisco, where I was in San Francisco for about 10 years, and towards the end of my time there was a pizza spot there called Little Star, and it was deep dish pizza.
Okay.
And it was somebody that you could tell had lived in Chicago.
Yeah.
There was also a spot there. It was funny. I was with a friend of mine, and we stopped in to get a drink and just kind of take a rest on vacation. And there was a restaurant called Pachi's. It was Paxti.
Okay.
And it was in the marina of San Francisco. And I'm walking back to the kitchen. I'm walking back to the restroom, and I take a look, and I'm looking in the kitchen like, oh my God, that's our pizza. And then I go back in their menu, they have like Chicago Classic and stuff. Oh. And I was asking the gentleman, I was like, who started this? And he was like, oh, my grandfather started it. And it's like, where did he work at before? And he's like, oh, he's from Chicago. And I was like, oh, there you go.
Thought so.
Yeah, there you go. Looks a little familiar, but.
And we're kind of spoiled, I think, being here because we do have good pizza.
And it gets better every year too. Yeah, we just did the Pizza Fest. We've done the Pizza Fest the past couple years, which is great. It's great to see all like the new and up and coming, pizza spots where, in Chicago for a long time, it was really kind of just the big hitters. There was like Uno's and Us and Gino's and Lou's. And now, there's a lot more nuanced pizzas opening up.
You get the artisan type.
Mm-hmm. And, and some of them, it's cool to see. But there's some kids out there just taking swings at it.
Yeah.
There's some really good pizza out there. You don't have to really, search to the big hitters anymore to have to go.
That's true. There's a little mom and pop place that opened up out by me, and they're just tiny little. They're kind of like the Roman pizzas. Mm-hmm. And it's so good. It is so good, and it's just like. Yeah,
and as people become more educated about what they're putting into their body, what they're spending their money on, and stuff like that. That's when you're going to start to see this proliferation of just fantastic products out there.
True.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the thing though with Giordano's. When we came to see you build the pizza and kind of walk us through it, which is something you guys do over there, right? Don't you do kind of like workshops and stuff? Yeah,
we do those. Yeah.
I need to learn more about that because I was like half focused on trying to take content for social media and half listening to what you were saying.
But come on in, and I'll walk you through everything.
Thank you. You guys are pretty particular about the kind of ingredients that you use.
Oh, we have to be. There's really at the end of the day, pizza is a very simplistic thing. It's all about the construction of it and balance. And when you start really dialing into the balance of flavor profiles, it's really all about freshness and quality. All the ingredients that we use are dough we make ourselves. We make it in Mount Prospect. We have a commissary out there.
All right.
So all the flour we get comes from one place. It comes from Minnesota. It comes from a mill called Tardella in Minnesota.
Okay.
All the tomatoes that we get from Mendocino County in California. They're Escalon tomatoes. They have a high sugar content, low acid content, so we don't have to add sugar to the sauce to make it sweet. It just naturally is.
You're like a pizza scientist right now.
Once you start dialing, and the water piece of it for the dough is even bananas. So when we went to Las Vegas and opened up our Las Vegas restaurant, they have their water's so hard and so heavy with minerals.
Yeah.
We had to get a reverse osmosis filtration system and take out all the minerals out of their water, and then we put what matched Vegas water to Chicago water, essentially.
Those little Chicago, remember those?
Yeah,
I just need to pack those on the plane. Yeah,
we should have got a case of those and tried to make dough with it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But there's a science to all of it.
So how many locations? Is it on my 60 locations?
Yeah, we have 60 locations across the country.
How many of them you think you've been to?
I've been to all of them.
You have?
Oh yeah, I have to go to all of them.
To investigate or
just to go see how everybody's doing. We have 60 locations. There's one of me. I'm the sole torchbearer of the culinary department for Giordano. So
is that right?
Yeah. So
no
everything.
Pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. No, there's Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, there's none at all in this job.
So we're working with 60 locations nationwide. But that still leaves a lot of people out of range to get Giordano's.
Yeah, there's some black holes of reach of restaurants of Giordano's.
Yeah.
So, but we have the option. You can actually go to Giordano's.com and order pizzas online to ship across the country.
Come on.
Yeah.
You like flash freeze them or what do you do?
Yeah, so we freeze them. We make them actually here in Chicago.
Okay.
And then they're just the same exact ingredients, same exact hands that make the restaurant ones make these. And then they're frozen and packaged up, and we pack them with dry ice, and then we ship them either next day or 2-day anywhere in the nation.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if you like left Chicago and someone sent you one of those?
Somebody loves you.
Yes, that's love. That's love in a box right there for sure. And is it pretty much you can like choose whatever you want?
Yeah, so we have cheese, we have spinach, we have pepperoni, we have sausage, and then we have a meat and more that we run occasionally, which is the meat and more meat pizza that we have in the restaurant, which is sausage, pepperoni, salami, and bacon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then we have another one that's coming down the pipeline. We're going to have it ready for a Memorial Day. That's our goal, is to have it ready for Memorial Day.
Okay.
But it's our bacon and barbecue chicken pizza.
Oh.
So we're getting ready to get that out there for e-commerce for spring, late spring, early summertime.
You're really like putting things out there for the carnivores.
Oh, we are big time.
That's
who. Yeah, we champion the carnivores.
Do you ever do what is that, like Italian beef on it? Have you ever had that before?
Yeah, we have Italian beef in our restaurants. We have an Italian beef sandwich on our menu, which is fantastic, by the way. But yeah, you're able to put that on the pizza if you want to. It's fantastic with some green peppers, some Giordano.
I had that for the first time maybe a year or so ago, and it was by force. I did not want it.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend ordered it, and you know what? I was wrong. It was delicious.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's so good.
Even if you get like a little side of the au jus too, dip that in the au jus. Almost like a birria taco kind of thing.
But
what they do.
The pizza?
Yeah, the pizza. Take the pizza and dip it in the au jus.
I'm learning so much right now. Can you send me an email with all of these things that I need to do?
100%.
I feel like that would be amazing. Okay, so that's Giordano's.com. To send it to the people who left Chicago and miss actually good pizza.
Yeah, and the people who need to have good pizza.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that just don't know what good pizza is.
Do you get to, because you're putting these together, are you like back there eating and tasting and doing?
I have to taste absolutely everything.
Oh, I'm
that goes.
sorry.
I know, right? Twist my arm.
The worst.
But it does get a little taxing every now and then.
Yeah?
Yeah, it gets that glycemic index through the roof, you know?
Oh, yeah. So, I can see that, but I mean...
Yeah, but it's one of the deals with the job.
Yeah, totally.
Got to eat pizza, God forbid.
Favorite thing on the menu ever?
Favorite thing on our menu?
You can only choose one.
If I can only choose the special, it's our deep dish. Well, we have it
like
deep dish and the thin. So it's sausage, onion, mushroom, green pepper.
Ooh, my favorite.
Yeah, so our sausage is specific to us. It's our recipe.
Yeah.
There's no nitrates in our sausage either, so
important.
So it's all natural sausage. There's no crazy weird ingredients in it. Sweet fennel sausage. It's our recipe made here in Chicago for us. And then past that, fresh green peppers, onions, mushrooms. Very classic pizza, but it's just that flavor combination just sends me back. That's what pizza is to me.
That's the one you can't live without.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I usually do. I'm not like big into sausage, but I love like mushroom, green pepper, onion. How do you feel about green olives on pizza?
I love green olives on pizza.
I feel like people look at me like I'm a weirdo when I want that, but it is like salty and so good.
Yeah,
it's
the briny,
so
salty thing.
Yeah,
How are you on with the pineapple on the pizza?
It feels blasphemous to me. I don't care for it.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
Yeah,
huh?
I did it. I was in Hawaii last year, and I felt like I had to. And even then, I was like, I regret this decision. It's just not my favorite.
Not your jam.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind the pineapple. I like the sweet salty.
But do you ham? Like ham and pineapple?
The ham and the pineapple. Yeah, do ham and the pineapple. I did, but it needs something spicy with it too, though.
Like what?
Like some Giordano or jalapenos or something like that.
Like if we're gonna put sweet on a pizza, then I'm fine with like the hot honey stuff. Like I like that, like pepperoni and a little bit of honey. I've had that at some of the mom and pop shops.
One of those coming very soon.
You do?
We do, yeah.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about it. It's you know what? I'll talk about it.
Okay, great.
Even if it is a secret, I don't care.
Okay.
No, we're because
I love that.
Yeah, we're actually partnering with Lee Woolen here in the city, who's the executive chef of Olivita.
Oh, fancy.
Boca. Yeah, Olivita, Boca, Gigi's Chicken Shop.
Wow.
So yeah, we partnered with him. It's a roasted garlic and herb chicken sausage.
Okay.
With Giordano and a Calabrian chili honey. So they have like the Mike's Hot Honey out there, which is a fantastic, but we're making our own. This one has Calabrian chilies in it, and so it's a little sweeter. It's a little bit more nuanced flavor profile to kind of match up with the Giordano and the chicken sausage we're making. So
like level of hotness then. It's not like a lot of heat,
Oh,
right?
no, it's not. No, it's warming really at the end of the day. It's because once again, it's all about balance, you know.
That sounds so good.
It hits all the flavor notes. It's fantastic. So you get kind of the protein hit from the sausage and the garlicky thing, but then you also get the sour from the Giordano and the kind of spicy and then the sweet and everything. So.
And what kind of honey did you say?
It's Calabrian chili honey. So there's Calabrian chilies. It's this special little chili, and they got a little heat to them, but they're not crazy spicy.
Okay,
like blow your head off spicy.
Yeah, I can't take it.
So this is once you just puree them in the honey, and then it just kind of gets this little warming thing to the honey. So
oh my God!
It's going to be delicious. It's going to be really good. We're
Favor,
excited.
Can you please get that done by August? Because that's my
Oh, yeah,
birthday.
no, without a doubt. We'll have that out by August. And we'll make sure we get you guys a sample. But we're going to have it as the Parmesan crust, our tavern style thin, and the stuffed as well.
Which one do you think I should try?
You should try all three of them because really they're they all have the same ingredients, but they're really the flavor profile varies between all of them. You get for the stuffed pizza, you get that big cheese hit, our mozzarella that we're famous for, that part skim whole milk, just that rich, beautiful cheese, and then the honey kind of really helps cut through that. You get the protein hit from it. With the Parmesan, the golden Parmesan around it kind of gives it this umami boost to it, so kind of, tweaks the flavor a little bit. And then the caramelization on the bottom of that thin crust kind of also adds a little different flavor component to it. So they're all different in their own little way.
Oh, man. Yeah. I feel like for the stuffed, I need to stick with my favorites. But for that one, I might like to try.
Yeah, try it out. Try it out.
Maybe a thinner crust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. I will say that after, and all the stuff that I have on my Instagram, I put so many cheese pulls on there because that's just like the thing, right? We all want to see like a good cheese pull. The last time I was at Giordano's over on Rush, the cheese pull was like 7 feet tall or something.
We've gotten like 10, 12-foot cheese pulls.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, our cheese is amazing. So our cheese is very specific to us.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't just go to the store and get it. It is mozzarella cheese, but it has a very specific salt content, water content, and milk fat content. So we get that awesome, crazy, huge cheese pull.
The pure goodness.
Yeah, and it gives you that buttery, nice, just that mozzarella,
It's
what
so
it should
good.
be kind of flavor.
Yeah. Wow. Is there like a prize if you have the longest cheese pull in history?
We should start working on that. You have like Pizza for Life or something for everyone that can break it.
12 feet is like, did they just like start walking with it? I'm just impressed.
Well, it gets a little dangerous, to be honest with you, because, you have to stand on a chair or a table once you're starting to get that high.
I was like sweating when I was on that chair.
It's molten hot pizza.
Yeah,
and
I
so
know.
if it slides off of the spatula, then it's
trouble.
It gets a little trouble.
I got trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, no sweepstakes on that, but I'm still impressed. I'm impressed with myself. If you haven't seen that video, you should probably head to Always Eating Chicago.
It was very impressive.
Right?
Very impressive.
I was so pleased with myself.
Yeah, and you kind of have a little, because we're both tall, and so we kind of have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. So let's say I already am. A regular at Giordano's. If there was something you wanted me to try for the first time, because why not? It's 50% off if I dine in. What one should I go for?
Get the Parmesan pizzas.
Do it.
We're of course, we're known for the iconic stuffed pizza,
Yeah.
and everybody knows the tavern style thin that we have, and we have fantastic thin pizza. The Parmesan pizza is a new addition to the menu. We've had it on the as a limited time for a hot minute, but we just put it on the hard menu a couple months ago.
Ooh, it's here to stay.
It's here to stay.
All right.
But it's a great product. The Parmesan we use it's a Parmesan Romano blend. It caramelizes fantastic on the outside of the pizza. It gets nice and golden brown. We have one that's a double pepperoni, so 2 layers of nice, salty, meaty pepperoni, some Parmesan. We have the roasted mushroom and spinach one. Then we also have a margarita. It's a little bit on the lighter side of the Parmesan.
I love those, though. That's something like as a grown-up, that's become like one of my new favorite things.
Yeah, honestly, anytime I go to a pizza place, that I get the margarita.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's like that's the.
It's like my diet pizza.
It's the base. It's the foundation. So you get to try that and see, exactly how good the pizza really is.
Okay.
So.
Well, we're looking at it from different angles. You're looking from flavor profiles.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I have this one, I'm like basically having a salad. It's so light. Oh, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Because I'm sure you've seen like memes and reels and stuff like that on social media when like talk show hosts or any celebrity really are talking about stuffed pizza from Chicago, and they're like, it's not even pizza. Like it's a lasagna or it's a whatever. Like, where do you? How do you reply to something like that?
It's 100% pizza. You know, I I tell people that I'm a recovering music elitist. And one of the things that kind of converted me from being the music elitist was that you realize it's kind of like art. And who are you to judge who likes what art? Same thing with pizza. It's art. You know, if you like it, it's good. It's pizza. You know, who's to tell you it's not pizza?
By elitist, are you trying to say snob?
No, I would never.
A music snob? I feel like I am a pizza snob.
Well, here's the thing: you should be a pizza snob.
Like I kind of am.
Yeah, you should be. I mean, if you're going to go out and spend your hard-earned money on some pizza, make sure it's good.
Yeah.
You know? You're in Chicago. There's enough good pizza around.
For sure.
Yeah. Why would you eat bad pizza?
Exactly my point.
Ew.
It's like it's also a birthday thing that I like to do, where I'm like, I want the stuffed pizza, but we order it here all the time too. So I don't know, I can't get away from it.
Oh, you got to let me know when your birthday is.
Yeah.
We'll make that happen for you.
Oh, I'll just show up. I'll just show up downstairs.
Yeah, just show up downstairs.
Like,
we got you.
Hey, dressed as Bruno Mars, apparently. Yeah. But yeah, I think it is one of those things. Like when you grow up here and you think pizza, you do think Giordano's, and you know what? That is from a branding standpoint is like that family did something right.
Yeah, 100%. You know, pizza
right.
culture in Chicago is completely different than everywhere else. You know, I mean, it's growing up in Indiana. You know, pizza for me. You know, when we had the Friday night pizza night, it was Pizza Hut, you know, and it was fantastic pizza.
It's still pizza.
It's still pizza. It was really good. You know, and you come here to Chicago, and you know every neighborhood has their own pizza spot, and there's the big hitters like us, and you know everybody loves us and they get us, but there's a lot of in like the little corners that we can't reach in the city sometimes. You know, a lot of the mom and pops they do fantastic, and everybody is so you know, they're so dedicated to their pizza, and they're so passionate about it. You know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And everybody's got their favorite. Like,
everybody has their favorite.
Everybody's got their favorite. Nobody's kind of like not got an opinion.
Yeah. And it's, you know, it's one of those things. It's like the matzo ball soup fried chicken thing. It's like, you know, your grandmother, you're the one that you like is the best, and you know, the one that all that stuff. So
for sure.
Yeah.
What about, so Giordano says a lot more than just pizza, though. Mm-hmm. So you want to tell me a little bit more about that?
So we have a complete menu. So we have an entire array of starters, anything from bruschetta to cheese bread. We have multiple flavors of wings, bone-in, bone-out wings, fresh calamari, fried calamari, salads, sandwiches, all that fun stuff, pastas, desserts.
I have to stop you there.
Yeah.
Because I think I've been saying bruschetta wrong my entire life. Can you say it again?
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta?
Yeah, bruschetta.
Wow. Yeah. I literally have been saying it wrong for a really long time.
No, it's all right.
Bruschetta?
Okay. Yeah.
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta, yeah.
Bruschetta.
Yeah. And it just means like little stuff on toast. It's not just tomatoes.
I know, it's delicious, but I also feel like sometimes the toast is really hard. Like when they pass it out at a party and they have the little pieces, I'm like afraid to bite into it, so I just shove the whole thing in there.
Yeah, go for it.
Which is...
when all else fails, just bite the whole thing.
You just got to put the whole thing in there. I mean,
commit.
You don't want to spill. You have to commit to the bite. Yeah. Wow. Bruschetta. Okay. Man, I am learning so much right now. So just as a reminder, with Giordano celebrating their 50th anniversary, are you guys calling it anniversary or birthday?
It's our anniversary, 50th anniversary.
Okay, 50th anniversary. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
They're offering a 50% discount on any pizza purchase every Tuesday.
Yep, dine-in only.
Dine-in only. And, you know, you can find out about the locations and, that menu.
Mm-hmm. And it's all the pizzas. So like I said, it's a perfect time to, you know, try something that maybe you haven't had before.
100%. Yeah. I'm maybe two. I don't know. They microwave well.
They do.
The next day.
Do. Yeah, air fryer. Fryer.
Really?
Yeah, you wrap it up in some foil, throw it in the air fryer.
I got to get one of those. Yeah. I'm like the last person on the planet to not. You don't have one?
No,
either?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
Why are you referring me to one?
Well, because I know it works. I know everybody has one, except for me, I guess. Except for us, yeah.
Great, okay.
Yeah, so don't use the air fryer then.
Exactly. I'm going to stick with the microwave, but you can find out more at Giordano's.com. And this is going on through May 28th, so there's still plenty of time to...
plenty of time to get in there every Tuesday until May 28th. And jump on if you can't get to it, go to Giordano's.com and you can order pizzas to ship them to your house or wherever you want to.
Yeah, and like send a gift to those people who decided to move to the West Coast and can't get good pizza anymore.
I know it's sad for them.
Like, here's some love from Chicago.
Some St. Louis too. Some to St. Louis in California.
There's a lot of places out there.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Giordano's.com. Definitely check that out. Well, thank you so much for coming by. I could talk your face off about food, about cheese pulls.
Thank you so much.
About Giordano's, and we'll have you back when they celebrate their 75th anniversary.
100%.
Deal? Shake on it?
Done.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.